Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here once again with our 99 Jeep Wrangler 4-liter 5-speed that we refer to lovingly as the Jeep. If this is your first visit to the channel, there is a playlist for this thing, which I will throw a flag for you right up there and also down the description so you can go get all caught up if you're kinky like that. Our purpose here today in this video is we're going to replace all the fluids in this entire thing. I have recently had this thing running up to temperature because the first thing I want to do is suck the power steering fluid out of it, and it's nice if that stuff's kind of thin so it just flows better. And I'll kind of show you what I'm working with here. That's the old fluid. This is the power steering cap and dipstick. You can see it's kind of brown. This is our new stuff. No particular reason I bought this other than I've probably had it for 15 years. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is what's in it right now from the last time I did this 15 years ago. But it is our new hotness, and I will just honey dip a bit out of it. Oh no, this isn't what's in it, because that's just straight clear. Hang on. If you did not already know this, power steering fluid and Dextron 3.4 ATF are pretty much the same freaking thing, so most vehicles you can interchange, and I'm sure that has ATF in it right now. So to complete that example, here is a legitimately 20-year-old partial bottle of ATF that I've had laying around from something else. Now I will do my little honey dip experiment. There we go. So if you're unfamiliar, that's what brand new ATF looks like. That's what the stuff in the pump looks like. I did not actually realize the power steering fluid on this thing was that bad, so happy to be getting it out of there. And the way we're going to go about doing most of the fluids on this thing, especially stuff like power steering where there's really no good way to drain it, is a method called flush by dilution. And that's not flush by delusion. This thing doesn't think it's a Rolls Royce. What that means is we're going to suck out as much as we can, put new in, start it up, run it. And since we're doing the power steering, I'll probably saw out the wheels so it circulates through the steering gear and all that good stuff. Then we'll suck it out again, put more in again, wash, rinse, repeat until we're happy with how the condition of the fluid looks. You waste some fluid doing it this way, but it's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to open anything mechanical, you don't have to screw with anything, and frankly, anybody that owns a turkey baster can do this at home, so that's how we're going to do it today. I am going to do it with my fancy pants vacuum gun. They sell these things for bleeding brakes. That's actually what I bought it for. I have not once used it for that yet. I've used it for doing stuff like this about a bajillion times though, and it works awesome. Little slow due to my air compressor, little loud due to my air compressor, but she's going to get it done for us. And that's also why I had it running to warm up everything first, just so the oil's a little thinner and it'll suck up a little easier. So without further ado, I'm going to strap up with some hearing protection and get the show on the road before this thing cools off that much more. And hopefully this works nicely and I don't look stupid because I've never tried it on power steering fluid. Oh yeah, isn't that the bomb? The one thing that sort of sucks about this thing is once it starts approaching full, it'll start shooting vapor out of the end of it. We shouldn't have that problem here. I've had that problem pumping gas with it though. I can actually feel our fluids nice and warm, so I can feel it on the hose. See if we can ram jam her around a little, maybe dig some more out. Nah. Oh, there we go. All right, that actually went a lot better than I thought it would. The next step of the move is take our new freshness. Of course, this isn't the same one I just had a minute ago. Dump some in there. Probably going to want a funnel for this. We'll see. Nope. All good. Not going to worry too much about measuring it precisely. So I think we probably got about half a quart out. So we'll throw about half a quart back in. Got a little ways to go. Yeah, looks pretty close. Let's see how close I was on my guess of half a quart. Pretty darn close. That's up to the fill line. And I'm going to start it up and saw at the wheels just to get that fluid circulated, and then we'll repeat this process probably until I run out of fluid. The way that thing was able to suck it out of there, it probably won't be long. I think the move now is going to be to just let it run for a little bit and heat that fluid up again, just to help it mix in and so we can pull like more crusties out of the thing the next time we suck it down. Alright, so we let it run for probably another 5 minutes or so. It looks like maybe I overflowed it because there's some oil around the top of it. That's perfectly fine. We sawed at the wheels again. Still pretty dark. Like I said before, wash, rinse, repeat until you are happy with your personal result. Yeah, that looks super dark still. which is weird for having added clear fluid to it. So while she's in there warming up the third round, I thought it would be interesting to see what our first 2 rounds look like. They smell bad. Oh, they look bad too. Yeah, smells like burned transmission fluid. Yeah, try and get you guys a better shot there. It's just black as coffee. That's none too good. I'm sure that was ATF when it went in, so that's not good. It's a good thing we decided to do this, huh? Other things to note, I noticed the fluid I'm using has stop leak in it. I would prefer not to do that, and that's probably why I still have that stuff, but it's also what I had. It's time to get rid of it. The thing's got like 120, 130,000 miles on it. So if a pump burned out tomorrow, the miles and age would be what did it, not the fluid. Also, if you've never done anything like this before, to dispose of old ATF, it's just like engine oil. This thing is full of used engine oil. The only thing in the whole vehicle that you can't get rid of that way is antifreeze. You have to dispose of that as antifreeze. Usually at like a hazardous materials day or something at your dump. Most auto parts stores and stuff won't take it. So this is trips 3 and 4. It's starting to look cleaner, but it still smells like burned bacon combined with the first time you ever tried to teach a girlfriend how to drive manual. Not good. Hopefully she'll look a little less, no, still totally looks like black coffee in there. It looks cleaner in the hose. All right. Actually, I think you'll be able to see that is a little better than the last round. You can actually see through this. And I'm also running out of power steering fluid. Just about put the end of the 2 quarts I have in it. I may start dumping synthetic ATF in it because I think I've got plenty of that. Might have to end up buying some more. I don't really mind getting this stuff with stop leak in it out of there anyway. Usually stop leak is nothing but trouble. I think we're actually going to call this technique on this one flush by smell, because I'm going to do this until it stops smelling like your dad's feet. Well, to further complicate things, I discovered I have a couple bottles of this stuff, which is not quite a quart each. It's 24 ounces, so what is that? 3/4 of a quart? This stuff actually ends up being green, and it smells like used gear oil straight out of the bottle. So we're going to dump round number 5, because it's the only one where we'll have like a true A to B, because the color changed and the odor changed. And still not looking awesome. Still smells really bad. And I think looks about like the last batch, so. Literally what I'm going to do is go through all the power steering fluid I have and just try and get it flushed out as well as I can. And then we'll probably get back to this again in a couple months and just use ATF or at least something red, and we'll just flush it until it looks nice and cherry. And because why not? This is the final round. So this will be after like 2.5 quarts. And that's actually starting to look pretty okay. It looked even better when it was in the hose. Of course, I don't rinse this thing out between rounds. So, but that's all the fluid I've got for today. And I'm sure we made a huge improvement in the thing. It still smells like total sadness though, but it smells like total sadness out of the bottle new, so Well, that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. We've got our Frankenstein fluid here looking quite a bit more Franken-fine. You can see it's kind of green tinted now, but it's nowhere near as coffee black as it once was. Again, this is something I'll probably just try and keep up on a little bit better in the future, and maybe flush this out again in 6 months or something like that, and probably get that stop leak crap out of there and just put ATF back in it. This is a huge improvement though. And the odds are good if you've stumbled upon this video, your car is old enough and has enough miles that nobody's ever done that to yours either, so you probably also need a huge improvement. With that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping in for this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm Max, that's Saddington Bear, and we make videos like this all the time. Here are a couple links to some other videos we've made, and we really appreciate you guys stopping in.